Hi, how y'all doing? It's December the 26th, 2025. Friday. Here in Ontario, Canada. Cloud covered. It's white, gray, windy, cold. It's like minus 16 Celsius or something. Excuse me. Um, I had a good day yesterday. I did. It was just me and my two sons and my youngest son's girlfriend, right? They both got the job. But so it was non political, non religious. It was just sitting there eating our dinner, right? And it was pretty good. Everybody was sober, stone high on weed, marijuana, but sober from no alcohol, right? So that pleased me. And yeah, just had a perfect dinner, right? Everything turned out wonderful. My son, though, that stayed at his girlfriend's overnight, the youngest, right? He came home and he was all disappointed and messed up, right? I guess he expected it to be more wonderful out at his girlfriend's house with her family, right? But it turned out just like every Christmas has for me. You know what I mean? Don't expect to get anything special, right? You're not one of us, kind of thing. So, yeah. I said, well, at least you got stuff. I mean, all I got, he got me a garbage pail. It's pretty cool. All right, we need a new garbage can. And I said, all I got was a garbage can, you know what I mean? And you're complaining. He goes, yeah, I know, but it's just the point of it. None of this stuff is like personal. It's just all garbage, just like from Timu. He's like, it's all toxic. I was like, yeah, I know. I said, but at least you got stuff, right? So he was a Debbie Downer all night, right? And then he started up again in the rise. But fortunately, his girlfriend came and got him and took him out to her house for the weekend because it's supposed to get snow today, right? Like for the whole day, but it hasn't started yet. So I told him, well, if you think it's coming, you should probably get there before it hits. You know what I mean? So they were gone early. And I'm grateful. I didn't want to put up with his, I don't know what you call it, depressing mood, right? See, last night after everybody, my other son and my son's girlfriend left, it was just quiet, you know, until it was bedtime. He was on the phone talking, playing games with his girlfriend, whatever. But then when he got up, he went right back into it. And I said, you're looping. Why are you looping? You know what I mean? You need to let this go. It's not that important, right? But I think it's the lead up to it. It's all part of it. Christmas not being a thing anymore, right? People are stopping the tradition. And he's having a really hard time with it because he's 3D and he's not awake, right? He knows what's going on, sort of, what the news tells you and social media, but he doesn't know the spiritual side of it and how much better it's going to be, right? He won't look into the woo at all. So I can get him there when I'm talking hypothal. I can't say the not able to say the word right now. You know what I mean, right? But yeah. But my eldest son, when it was time for him to go, he said I had a really good time. So that was really nice, right? It was. And away he went. I had a really hard time going to sleep last night. Kept like getting a stabbing pain in my left side. It was very annoying. It started when I was just about finished cooking my dinner. Right? But yeah, it comes and goes. It's not comfortable. I'm not sure what's going on. Essential symptoms causing something to act up, maybe. Don't know. My feet, when I woke up in the rise yesterday too, were so sore. It was like I'd been walking on pointed rocks all night. Right? It was very uncomfortable. Stabbing pain, stuff like that. It was it was painful to walk, right? On the bottom of my feet. That was different. I think the Schumann was high yesterday. I just have that feeling. It hasn't been posted. The person that runs the website must be on holidays. You know what I mean? It happens. once or twice a year. So, yeah. But yesterday I was feeling it was high. And today my ears are ringing again. They weren't ringing yesterday very loud. So that's where I'm sticking with. I'm standing on, right? Wasn't resonating with nothing on the tube yesterday either, right? Having a bit of a difficult time with it today as well. But it's just because we're going through a shift. It's change, right? That's all it is. What used to resonate won't resonate anymore because you're evolving, right? You've expanded. So, time to move on to something more, right? When you find it, you'll know, kind of thing. Plus, last night, first quarter moon phase. It was a rough one, right? It took me a couple hours to go to sleep, toss and turn, and then up all night, maybe about 4 times to go to the bathroom. Right? My son, too, when he never gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Right? He had an uneasy night as well. So, yeah, I think that's because the Schumann was high. Plus, remember I told you about that thing that pretends it's a star up in the sky to the southeast out my window? It's red, green, blue, and white, right? When I zoom in on it in my binoculars, it was there again last night. It seems every time it shows up, it gives unsettled energy. And it makes it difficult for my body to relax enough to go to sleep. Strange. Wonder what kind of ship it is. I asked myself last night when I was going to sleep, and it said it was a ship. And I said, well, what's it doing? And it's sending down consciousness and surveilling. And I was like, different, right? That's what I thought. All right. I'm not doing anything today. It's cold out there and windy. Just go stay at home. I get my warm sweater on, right? Because the wind blows through my window. They're not very well done. But it's housing. Why would housing, the district, the government do something efficient? They don't. And they don't have the capacity to. You know? They're the wrong kind of breed. Put it that way. For lack of a better word. Alright? I hope you all had a good day yesterday. Oh, my eldest son got me 2 scratch tickets too. It cost $5 a piece. I won on both of them. $5 a piece, right? He was hoping he forced me to do it when he was there. He said, because you're going to give me 10%. I said, maybe 5. All right. So, if I got a big prize, but I didn't. But he broke even kind of thing, right? I give him pre-rolled joints that I got from the marijuana place I went to the other day. All right, 4 in a pack. They're pretty good. It's an indica. All right, I smoked one with him of my own before he left yesterday, and I couldn't even finish it. It was strong. It was like, oh, like, right? So I hope he's happy with that, right? A couple of people texted me and said, Merry Christmas. I didn't say it back. I just said, have a happy new year or have a great new year kind of thing. You know what I mean? One of my daughters didn't text me though, right? But that's okay. I didn't text her either, right? I was the last one that reached out and she hasn't answered me, so I won't even try. That's the astrology. And it's teaching people how to treat you, all right? Not being needy. So yeah, even my sister, the one that had the dinner, texted me, all right? I think she was feeling something, you know? But yeah, my dinner was perfect. I pulled off another one. I got half a turkey, and it was perfect. I have enough left to either make a pie, a little stew, right? So yeah, I'm happy, right? Turned out well. It didn't feel like Christmas at all. It just felt like another day enjoying it with a dinner with my 2 sons and his girlfriend. All right? Perfect. Perfect. adverts that the 3i Atlas did when it passed over close to the Earth, right? I was like, he's about a week late. Didn't I say some about that about a week when it happened? You know what I mean? Oh well. It is what it is, right? No birds, no canines. The felines had a hard time last night. I asked the one that comes and wakes me up every rise. I said, "You have a rough night too?" She said yes, in her little mew, right? I was like, "Yeah, me too." And my son said his other female was sleeping on his chest in the middle of the night. I said, probably because she was having a hard time like her sister, right? You know, she needed to be close to you. I was like, yeah, right. But at least I didn't have diarrhea or vomit anywhere. So that's good, right? Oh, yeah. It's quiet. Lots of vehicles. There was vehicles driving around last night too, around 10 o'clock. It's like, what the heck? Like, everything's closed. Where are these people going? I thought maybe it's just the hologram, right? The Matrix is hologram, making you think that it's normal out, right? I don't know. Just weird. All right. Strange. I was thinking too last night, the new year is not until April the 1st, right? That's why they call it April Fool's Day. And because, like, October is Oct, right? Which is 8. And we've been taught it's 10. It's the 10th month, but it's not. It's the 8th month, right? So November's the 9th, Nov, right? December's the 10th, right? January's the 11th, February's the 12th, and March is the 13th. So April is the 1st. Because there's supposed to be 12 months or 13 months in the year, right? We used to have a baker's dozen, which was 13, right? So maybe we got to put up with a little bit of more of this shit until April the 1st before the new year starts. That's how they trick you. You expect it to be January the 1st, but it's not, right? It's April the 1st. Different, right? That's what happens when they mess around, adding 1,000 years here, taking 1,000 years there, adding another 800 years there in the calendars throughout history, right? Changing the months, changing the years. Anything, the old buildings that say J972 means 972. Then they change the J to an I, right? And then they change the I to a 1. That's how they add and subtract years, right? So, yeah, I was just thinking about that last night, right? How long can the democracy hold on? Because with the astrology, it won't. It has to go, right? But we might have to put it up with it until April the 1st. I'm just saying, right? But they're all gone anyway, so it'll just be a continuation of the movie until April. Maybe, right? This is just a thought that came into my head last night as I was going to slumber. You know? I hope y'all had a good Christmas. I do. Right? You're around people that were nice to you. But remember, this is a time when you're going to be seeing who everybody really is. That's what I told my son. Now you see who they really are and what they really think of you. Right? Are you going to allow them to keep on being energy vampires? Or are you just going to make them disappear? Right? He's going to make them disappear. Make them invisible. Just go to his girlfriend's house and go to her room with her. Kind of thing, right? So, we'll see. Right? I don't really care. I'm happy. I'm at ease. Right? I am. All right. a lot of energy in me. I can feel it like electricity buzzing, right? My body's pretty icky today. My bones, they were icky yesterday too, right? Got in my bones, stab here and a stab there. Tension in my head all day. Even when I went to bed at night, it was the same thing, right? My whole body. That's why I'm thinking the Shimon was high. If you know what it is, put it in my comments. I'd like to know, right? If you have another way to find it. So yeah. All right. Every day I have better health. Every day I expand my consciousness more. Every day I have more gratitude. And every day I attract what I desire. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Bye.